This is Artistic Wire's diamond connector jig, and this plate allows you to make your own findings or connectors using Artistic Wire. And the kit comes with the plate, a pusher tool, and a complete set of instructions. I'm going to show you how to do this. You can use anything from a 20 to a 24 gauge wire to make these findings, and I'm going to be using a 22 gauge. And the first thing we're going to do is you need about 6 to 7 inches of wire. I usually use more than what's required. First thing I'm going to do is place my wire just off of the jig, and I'm going to wrap it around the top peg. I'm going to allow it to follow the form down and around this peg. And the pusher tool is used for keeping the wire on the pegs. You just push it back. And what I want to do is keep the wire against the form when I'm making those loops. That's where I made my mistake here. So I'll just take it, push it against the form and around the loop. There we go. Get back on track. And around this next peg. And around this one. And if you need, go ahead and use the pusher tool to push everything back down. So sometimes it slips off. And then around this last peg. Oops. This one is just a little more difficult, keeping everything on there while you work. Again, you want to try to keep your wire against the form. Back around that peg, and you can rotate it around to the top where we started and around. Now go back with the pusher tool and press down on all the connections, all the pegs where our connections were. Then we're going to slip this off. And I'm going to trim off my excess wire, flush as I can to the loop. Then you can take your chain nose pliers and move your loops sideways like this, so that when you actually use this as a connection, you will have them like this, parallel to one another. You can take your nylon jaw pliers and flatten everything out. This will also work harden the wire, and you have created your own finding. And it might need a little adjusting since I had a little bit of trouble on this jig. You can find this jig and other items at AuntiesBeads.com.